Good evening, everyone. This is Mayor Cyril Jefferson convening a regular meeting of the High Point City Council. Here with me at the dais, we have every member of council present, including our Madam City Manager, Tasha Logan Ford. We're going to ask you all to join us for a moment of silence, as we typically do. And then after that moment of silence, I'm going to ask for the brave young men of Troop 4 of the Boy Scouts to come forward to lead us in Pledge of Allegiance. So we'll do our moment of silence, and then we'll do our pledge. Amen. If you guys would stay right there, because I actually think we're supposed to get a photo op here in just a second, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Now, I typically like to ask, whenever I get a group of Boy Scouts here with us, because I know you all do service projects, I typically like to ask who's the one who does all the work and who's the one who does none of the work. Yeah. Man, you talk about a loyal group, they won't call anybody out here. I love that. I love that. I just want to say that on behalf of the city, how much we appreciate what you all are doing. We do hope that through your work, not only are you learning great things, but that you're continuing to benefit this community in measurable ways. And I know folks will feel it as their future and years come. So thank you all so much. All right. Awesome. I'm actually going to call for a motion to adopt our agenda from right here. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
There's been a motion made by Councilmember Moore and seconded by Councilmember Johnson. Any discussion on the motion to adopt our agenda? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any against? The ayes have it, and our agenda is adopted. I want to stay here instead of getting extra steps. Another recognition. And for that, I'm going to invite Councilmember Cook, if you'll do the next piece for us.
Okay. Is it easier if I just speak to the mic here?
Yep.
Okay. So I had the wonderful opportunity this semester to host a student from High Point University as an intern. And whenever you get these calls or emails out of the blue from a young person that's interested in learning about politics, I feel like we should always say yes, because the opportunity to serve your city in any capacity is a huge honor, and the honor to pass that interest and excitement along to someone else is a big responsibility. So I wanted to invite Emmanuel Sharp to come up, and we're going to present him with this certificate that says, from the City of High Point, Certificate of Appreciation in recognition of outstanding dedication and valuable contributions during your internship. Your commitment and effort have been truly appreciated. And he is going to share some words after we take a quick picture. He is the strong, silent type, so please send all of your good feelings towards him as he takes on that task.
Awesome. After you.
So like you said, I'm strong silent type, so I'm gonna keep this short and sweet.
I'm very grateful and thankful for getting this certificate. Councilwoman Cook, you are an amazing person, and thank you for bringing me on as being your intern. I've learned a lot throughout these past couple of months of local government. Before this, I really had no idea how local government works. I mean, of course, I had some thoughts of it, of me being a political science major, but actually being in it is a completely different ballgame. Being in a local setting, you get to understand how politics work and how different it is from state and federal, and understanding that makes me have a different perspective on politics as a whole and my career going forward, especially like coming in as a freshman in college in a whole new state and city at that. I had no idea what High Point is, but actually being in it, you get to learn how diverse it is and how amazing it is. So I'm also greatly appreciated that the city of High Point, like how an amazing city and how, I don't know what the word is for it, but just how just how good it is and of accepting me as a person. So once again, I want to say thank you to the council members, Mayor Jefferson, and most importantly, Councilwoman Cook for taking me and giving me the certificate.
Mayor, just one more thing. I'm a former parent of Troop 4 member. He reached first class and unfortunately didn't continue on, but he gained a lot from them. So I just wanted to say hello to all of you. And I'm Thatcher's mom, in case any of y'all were around.
Nice. Don't go all telling all the embarrassing stories about Thatcher all at once. Emmanuel, thank you so much, and thank you all. Councilwoman Cook, thank you for that work. It's been incredible anytime you have young folks around learning and being able to be a part of the process, so thank you. Our next item here for recognition, I want to invite up some very special ladies where we get to do a proclamation for the Alpha Art Club. So I'm going to call your name, and if you'll come forward, and then I'll read the proclamation. First, we have Dr. Mary Burdell Knight, Rashonda Ewings-Moses, Raynetta Jackson, Cerise Jackson, Dinara Jackson, also known as Mama D, Phyllis Bridges, and Angelica Green. From the office of the mayor, we proclaim, whereas we gather to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the Alpha Art Club, the oldest African-American civic organization in High Point. And whereas the Alpha Art Club formed in 1924 as a social outlet for African-American business and professional women and wives of professional men. And whereas from its inception to the present, the Alpha Art Club has enriched the community by aiding and promoting civic development and enhancement in High Point's African-American community. And whereas today the club continues its mission to improve the lives of the underserved in the community, to support the education and advancement of African-American students, particularly girls, and to promote education, arts, and civic duty in the city of High Point. And whereas some of its more recent projects have been creating scholarships, helping to alleviate hunger in High Point, adoption of a portion of Washington Street, and partnering with other High Point organizations to further its involvement within the community. And whereas High Point Museum is commemorating the 2024 centennial anniversary by celebrating its legacy, sisterhood, and service within the community with the Pathos, Patience, Perseverance, celebrating 100 years of Alpha Art Club exhibition. And whereas the Alpha Art Club celebrates 100 years of lifting others up and providing a space for cultural and educational success in High Point's African-American community. Now, therefore, I, Cyril Jefferson, Mayor of the City of High Point, North Carolina, do hereby proclaim 2024 as a year of commemoration of the Alpha Art Club for 100 years of service and dedication to the African-American community and the entire community of High Point, and encourage our citizens to come together to celebrate this significant milestone and applaud this wonderful organization on its continued efforts in the community. Can we please celebrate this incredible organization? So here, pass it out. We're gonna take a picture in just a second. But I'm gonna give them all out so everyone can hold one. Here you go. What's up, Mama D? How you doing? I think there's a couple extras right there for the folks to come. And then if you hold this, and then if we'll. Oh, okay. Tasha, will you come on down? And then whoever's holding this one, if you'll stand in the middle. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you all so much. Next on our agenda, we have our public comment period. Public comment period is typically held on the first Monday of the regular council meeting schedule at 5:30, or as soon thereafter as reasonably possible following any recognitions, awards, and presentations. On our list today, we have a couple folks signed up, and even if you're not signed up, you can still take this opportunity to speak if you'd like. I'm going to pronounce this name, and forgive me if I say it wrong. I believe the last name is Marsh. Perhaps the first name is Gibb. If you'll come forward to the podium, you'll have 3 minutes to address council. We ask that you state your name and address for the record.
Yeah, my name is Gibb Marsh, 1724 Marabou Court. I'm the president of the Homeowners Association at the Cottages. The Cottages is right off of Johnson Street, right next to the disc golf. The problem we got is there is a pipe that runs from the disc golf all the way through our unit to the pond. And the stuff that is coming from the disc golf to the pond is atrocious. All sorts of debris comes through to this pond, all sorts of sediment that's coming from disc golf, and we just want to have shared responsibility. Meaning we'll keep it mowed, we'll keep it upfit, but what we're afraid of is the sediment that's coming from the disc golf. At some point in time, this pond is going to have to be dredged or cleaned out. And there's no denying from where it's coming from. Everything else is street living. You can see from the pictures I've got that the water is brown. And this disc golf, and I've got pictures in a good rainstorm showing the flow. So all we're looking for is some shared responsibility. We just repaired the drain that runs through our property that belongs to the disc golf at $500 because that's in the covenants. So we're not backing up from it. We just want somebody to say, hey, we'll help you out if it ever has to be. The drain should be ours because it comes from the city all the way to our pond. And if it ever has to be dredged, then there has to be some kind of shared responsibility. We cut it 6 times a year. We keep it trimmed. I personally make sure the dam on the backside is cleaned up. It's always passed inspections. That's all I'm asking.
Thank you so much. You mentioned you have some things, if you'd like to share that with our clerk, if you don't mind. Thank you so much, Mr. Marsh. Next on the list, we have the last name Duncan. I believe the first name might be Harrietta. If you'll come forward, you have 3 minutes to address council. We ask that you state your name and address for the record.
I would like to say good evening to everyone. My name is Harrietta Duncan, and I live at 657 Ansley Way. I'm fairly new to this community, and I have one question. Why is my garbage service and recycling service added in my water bill? Because I think my water bill should be totally separate, just like my light bill, my power, my natural gas bill. I don't like seeing other bills added into my water bill. It drives it up. I think there must be a way to find a way for the citizens of this community to pay for their garbage and recycling, other than putting it in the water bill. And I would like for you all to think about it and maybe reconsider it. Maybe where I come from, I think it was added in our service at the end of the year. Our service was added in our taxes at the end of the year. Because my bill is $47.46, which is fine with me. But with the recycling and the garbage bill and the storm, it runs it up to 72. Now, I don't know about the rest of you, but I live on a fixed income. And I prefer for my water bill to be separate. And I want you all to consider it if you don't mind. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Ms. Duncan. Is there anyone else who'd like to speak during public comment period? If so, you feel free to come forward to the podium and state your name and address for the record. Hearing none, I'll go ahead and close our public comment period and say thank you to those who took time to come forward. Moving to our general business agenda, item 2024-438 is consideration of a contract with Quality Plus Services Incorporated. A request is to consider this contract, and for that, we'll hear from Mr. Tyler Barrier.
Good evening. The item I have tonight is a contract with Quality Plus Services. This is a construction contract to build some concrete pole foundations for our last remaining section of transmission around the city. On November 5th, the city received bids for this work. The electric department has already procured the poles and other hardware material for the job. We've also reached out to the affected citizens and purchased easements as necessary. There will be 25 total foundations constructed under this contract, and staff is recommending that City Council approve and then the department be given the ability to enter into a contract with this vendor. And we're recommending it be awarded to Quality Plus Services for $1,581,798.50, which is under our initial estimate, which is good.
Any questions for staff? Is there a motion for this item?
So move to approve.
Second.
There's a motion made by Councilmember Moore and seconded by Councilmember Andrew to approve this item. Is there any discussion on the motion to approve? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any against? The ayes have it, and that motion passes.
Thank you.
Tyler. Our next item is 2024-446, amended ordinance establishing dates and times for official sessions of the High Point City Council. Council is requested to adopt the amended ordinance establishing our dates and times for official sessions and approve our City Council meeting schedule for the year of 2025. I'll make a motion to approve this item. Is there a second?
Second.
Second, recognized by Councilmember Johnson. Any discussion on the motion to approve our schedule for 2025? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any against? The ayes have it, and that item passes. Next item is 2024-440, Electricity's Board of Directors and NCMPA 1 Board of Commissioners appointment. Council is requested to affirm the appointment of Tasha Logan Ford to serve a 3-year term as one of the North Carolina Municipal Power Agency 1's 6 directors on the Electricity's Board of Directors, and the appointment as Tyler Barrier as the primary voting member of the NCMPA 1 Board of Commissioners, and Eric Omedo as the NCPA 1 Board of Directors Commissioners voting alternate. The Board of Commissioners appointments will serve at the pleasure of the City Council until further notice. Are there any questions about this item? Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve. I'll second.
Motion has been made by Mayor Pro Tem Holmes and seconded by Councilmember Andrew. Any discussion on the motion to approve item 2024-440? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any against? The ayes have it, and that motion passes. Our next item is an appointment to the Library Board of Trustees, item 2024-444. Council is requested to confirm the reappointments of Joanna Cruz and Ann Lynch to the Library Board of Trustees with terms effective immediately, and expiring on October 31st, 2027, and to confirm the appointment of Whitney Reynolds to Library Board of Trustees, term effective immediately and expiring on October 31st, 2027. Are there any questions or comments from council about either of these appointments? If not, then I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion's been made by Councilmember Cook. Is there a second? Second's recognized by Councilmember McKeever. Any discussion on the motion to approve these appointments? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any against? The ayes have it, and those appointments are approved. Item 2024-445, consideration of an appointment to our Parks and Rec Commission. City Council is requested to confirm the appointment of Ansar Mahmood to the Parks and Rec Commission, term effective immediately and expiring on July 1st, 2026. Are there any questions about this appointment to the Parks and Rec Commission or any comments?
I just would like to thank Ansar so much for being willing to serve on our Parks and Rec, and we've got a great Parks and Rec department, and I'm sure you'll do a great job. Thank you so much for being willing to serve.
Absolutely. Thank you, and as well, thank you to Ms. Cruz, Ms. Lynch, and Ms. Reynolds as well for your service. Is there a motion then to approve this item?
So moved. Second.
Motion's been made by Mayor Pro Tem Holmes and seconded by Councilmember Andrew. Any discussion on the motion to approve this appointment to the Parks and Rec Commission? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any against? The ayes have it, and we have the appointment approved. Our final item is a motion to go into closed session for personnel reasons. Is there a motion to go into closed session?
Second.
Motion's been made by Councilmember Moore, seconded by Councilmember Cook. Any discussion on the motion to go into closed session? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any against? The ayes have it, and we'll go into closed session. Council, let's reconvene at 6:03 in the Fishbowl for our closed session. And thank you all so much to everyone for joining us for this evening. Thank you.